Hey Motiv Nation, Nick Pahr with you here in Grand Rapids, Michigan at Spectrum Lanes, introducing the new Supra Rally. This one is definitely going to be a staple in my bag, especially with all the friction that I bowl on, and it's going to be a perfect ball for when the lanes get torched up and you need something that's just going to get through the front and store some energy down lane. This is a new ball, and we've used actually a modified version of the old Quadfire core, Quadfire V2 this time, and it's a little bit higher RG, lower differential, just to get you even further down lane with ease, especially on the lighter oil volumes. A new propulsion DRS Pearl reactive cover stock. Even if there's friction in the front, it's going to get through that front part of the friction, but then store enough energy for the down lane motion that you're going to want to see on some burnt up lanes. You still want that energy to get the ball change directions and go through the pins very well, and that's what you're going to see out of the Supra Rally. Okay, so the first Supra Rally you're going to see me throw is just my normal pinup layout. This is 55 by 5.5 by 35. This one's going to get down lane pretty easy. See the mid lane a little bit more than the other two potentially, and then see that strong motion towards the left, towards the apron. Second Supra Rally you're going to see me throw is my normal pin down layout. This is 45 by 5 3/4 by 65. This one's going to be a lot straighter through the front, so it's going to flare less and allow me to get it further down lane and then have a nice strong motion down lane. I like doing this on usually a little bit stronger balls than this, just because it is such a clean cover that I don't need that really extra push, especially with how clean this cover is. All right, and the third Supra Rally you're going to see me throw is actually another pin down layout, but I did it a lot stronger, closer to my VAL and axis. This one is 50 by 4.5 by 65. Now 4.5 is going to flare a lot more compared to the other two balls that are 5.5, 5 3/4. So this is going to be one that I can get into a little bit earlier, control the middle portion of the lane before all that friction shows up and forces me even further left, where I really got to create angle through the front and shape it down lane. Ripcord actually allowed me to get further left into more oil, just because it is a stronger cover and core combination compared to the Supra. So I was further left. Angles were very similar, I felt. I could get it right to the friction, but it is much stronger overall, so I definitely needed to be in more oil overall compared to the Supra. Venom allowed me to have similar angles on the lane, but maybe a little bit more square through the front, just because I needed to be a little bit trapped closer to the friction overall. I couldn't just throw it at the friction, because it is a little bit earlier core and a little bit smoother overall. So I felt like I wanted to trap it a little bit further left and stay straighter and not use as much friction as, say, the Supra, just because it is an earlier core. Top throw allowed me to get really close to the friction, made me actually go way further right. I definitely had to be cognizant of my speed, just because I could actually throw it through it because there wasn't enough friction for this ball. This ball really needs some friction, so I had actually mimicked it by just slowing down and giving the ball time to slow down. So you'll see that on the lanes, and it's much straighter, closer to the friction.